and then output. So 6.25, 1.88, 6.25, 0.63. Is liquid manure used for literally anything else of value? Depolymerized organics and methane. Well, I don't think there's going to be any. Yeah, I'm never going to do this recipe. Just no, 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 nah, 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 nah. Alien bacteria. That's like a lot of stuff. No, no, no. I'm not going to spend alien bacteria to get methane. Are you kidding me? Uh, but depolymerized organics. Uh, nah. Like, nah. Uh-uh. So you can get shale oil now, biotically, through the form of depolymerized organics. Subcritical water is like just pressured water and hot air now. No. Just say no to spending fuel rods on this. Pressured water, hot air. In a heat exchanger, hey, it's an actual use for the heat exchanger. You know, because this thing called fusion energy, that's just a myth. It's something you need to only do once to get your first Schrodinger antelope, then just ignore it, destroy it, get rid of it. Anyway, yeah, so this would have a use if shale oil actually had a use. Yeah, that's a thing. Sulfur has randomized graphics? That is the only explanation I can think of for why this icon is busted. There are some busted icons here. And usually, I mean, I understand the crude oil and light oil stuff being, oh, it's looking at the top, like, top left corner of the light oil sprite. It's looking, that's like the top left corner of that sprite. Interesting. Huh. Thank you, Factorio, for being such an awesome game. But Soot is good. Yeah, it's got the size set to 32 instead of 64. That's what I was thinking. So, Zogna. We need the Zogna. The glorious Zogna. I do not have enough undergrounds. Or piped grounds, I should say. So, let's get some more piped ground. Preferably without handcrafting it. Let's take a little trip back to the beginning of the bus. That is a lot of undergrounds. Of, like, hold up. That is a lot of underground belt. Just for reference, that is a lot of underground belt. That's 312 underground belts, you know, just casually. Bang. As I hit my coffee cup's handle with the metal of the water. So about 24-ish minutes left on the stream today. We've made significant progress. Granted, a lot of it was done off screen. Because think of it this way. I was only able to get this far because I had already done the infrastructure setup to do diborane, as well as the infrastructure setup to do the rubber and to do the lab instruments and the setup for the cDNA. Like, we're only here because I was able to just basically turn it on at the start of the stream. Yeah, Shift C is good for that. Yeah. Let's grab some of that just to have on hand. Grab, you know, a bit more of that. A bit more of that. And a bit more of that. Maybe a little bit more of that, actually. Engine units. Give me some of these. I want more than just one of these sitting in my inventory. Standard pumps are just something I like having on hand at all times. Okay, so Ralesia should be good by now, right? That should be crafted. I think it's been 12 and a half minutes since that Ralesia started. Maybe. We shall see if it has been. How's that Ralesia looking? Because I would like to get the excess Ralesia. By the way, I need more of you. Maybe. Actually, no. I have exactly what I need for the Kickalk. I need 3 for the Kickalk, and I have 3. I just need 3 of the Codices. And we'll be good. What are the dish antenna for? The antenna. You're referring to the big thing back here. This this guy, the data array. Is that what you're referring to? This thing. So this thing is used to get DNA samples. You need the DNA samples in order to make the first, quote unquote, first copies of your animals. Yeah, these make the first copies of your animals, basically. That's why you need these DNA samples. They get used for your first animal copies. Speaking of which, our next first animal is likely going to be Ulrich. So I will set up that here. They need a horse sample, as well as codex, cDNA, biosamples, and then alien sample 2. So that'll take a while. That will take a while. Now, the fungi, oddly enough, the fungi are completely different. They're more standard. They aren't as complex as everything else, because apparently this planet has fungal spores in its atmosphere. All you really need to do for the fungi is just collect their spores from the atmosphere. That's it. That's all. It was corals. Corals are animals. So it's animals and plants that these new mechanics apply to. Corals and sponges apply. Hey, we have more. We have more Aug. We have more Aug. I'm just thinking right now and realizing right now that it's all going to be made into seeds. All of it is going to be made into seeds. Alright, well, step 1 is definitely do that. So, the thing about the Aug power is that is behind a tech. Where even is it? It was Domestication 1. To do power through Augs, we need Domestication 1, which is Logistic Science. So, if I'm using any Aug power, no, because it is green science for the Aug power. Glorious Aug power. Ooh, Outpost Depot. Interesting. Very interesting. And speaking of which, the Dingrits are better power generators, I think. At least their buildings with the Dingrits are higher output of power. So yeah, that's the thing. There's one more module slot here. We are at 0.46 crafting speed. Alright. One product finished total. Alright, so 0.46 by 120. 120 divided by 0.46 divided by 60. That's 4 minutes. So we've gone from a 12.5 minute cycle to a 4 minute cycle, little over 4 minute, less than 4.5 minute cycle, which it's improving. It's getting there. Place that down. How much stuff? I need more nanobots. Nanobots are awesome. Oh, and this whole time I've had my personal roboport off. By the way, I've got the tiny start mod as a thing, but now that I have the nanobots, it's like not as valuable anymore. Alright, let's actually try to save some of my resources and just do this. This will give me the proper spacing anyway. There we go. Zogna! Glorious Zogna. As more manure streams in. Our manure is flowing. Literally, our manure flows. And is being used to make glorious... Wow, that is a lot. 30 units all at once. Success! Urea! Oh my god, it's actually an achievement now to get Urea. Such an achievement just to get the first Urea. It's like, oh gosh. Yes, non-zero. We are not zero anymore on the glorious Ralesia. Isn't there a quick start with Pinobots? There are lots of quick start mods. There's even the one that I prefer is Universal Quick Start. And that one you can have it give you Pynodon's robots. You absolutely can have it give you the Pi robots. And yes, of course, the Urea deserves a place of honor on the main bus. That was that line, yes? Yes. And that is line 3? Yes, that is line 3. Don't think I need the Urea to go backwards at all. Cool! Urea! Oh boy, okay. Can I start circuits now? Wood processing unit. Wood processing units. Copper. Tin. Give me tin. Wood. Okay. Chances are my wood is not going to hold out. Right. I'll need electrolyzers as well. I will need oh gosh, more copper. Right, because sodium hydroxide. That's something I will be needing as a guarantee. So the thing about the stone currently, um, I've got I've got s- I've got a lot of stone actually. So currently my stone is basically being voided. Uh, Funny story that. So my initial tar was stone-based tar, and it consumes like the entire yellow belt back here. Um, However, what I'm going to do here is focus right. Uh, I'm now getting tar from a different method. I'm now actually mining. I'm actually mining tar. So this is somewhat superfluous at this point, and also, oh shoot, that's right. Okay, I need to get rid of that. Yeah, I need a different I actually, you know what? No, I need a different valve here. Right. I need these. I need an underflow valve there. That's what I need there. Just give me underflow valve. Thanks. Um yeah, that's why that was doing jack all. Uh so I have tailings from here now as well, technically. At least I did. I did at one point sometime long ago, but yeah, this is yeah. So what was my mistake here? My mistake was that I have this overflow valve to void excess of the tailings. That in and of itself is fine, but when your only consumer is also behind the same type of valve, and this one is first in sequence, what ends up happening is that all of the stuff beyond 80% is just going to get voided, and none of the stuff, and the rest of the line's not going to hit over 80% to actually go through this valve. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's thing. That's thing. So I don't actually need this anymore. Uh, Point being, I don't need this anymore. But it is a very consistent tailings. But there's lots better ways of getting tailings if I just want tailings. If I just want tailings, this is not a good idea. So I do, however, need to void at least 3, or use consistently at least like 3-ish units per second of this stone because of this process. So making processed iron is producing stone that I am prioritizing on the input onto this main line. So I need to void or use at least this much stone at all times to avoid an iron backup. But yeah, stone is fine, and stone-based saline water is the only saline water that I currently can get, and I've got washers for that, right? Yes, I do. I do now have the washers for that. So yeah, circuits. The next big thing. If you thought circuits were a milestone for a Pi playthrough to begin with, holy hell, Pi Alien Life, circuits are going to be like your end game for some people, I'm sure. They already were an end game for some people. Now it's going to be like even worse. Yeah, so as I said, Kickalk, not truly fully required for the automation of circuits, but useful. But useful. Okay. I have back here a chest with electronic buildings as well, so I will want to pick those up right here, and also deposit some things. Just a few things. You no longer need to do that, because you are going to be making my first kickalk. I can do, like, that, and that, and that, and that, and then it's just waiting on the alien samples. Cool beans. Just clearing out some space. I need those in the immediate now. I don't need to do slaughtering yet. I don't think I need those either. Yeah. Good to know. So, circuits. I'm not worried about the last steps of the circuits. All I'm really worried about right now is the beautiful PCB1. PCB1 is the, like, main complexity that is the circuit ones. The rest of the stuff is, like, it's super simple by comparison to the PCBs. It's like, yeah, it's like ceramics, which is coke, pretty much, and tin stuff, copper cables at worst. It's literally nothing by comparison to the effort involved in making Formica. Because you need fiberboard and melamine resin. The fiberboard is going to require sodium hydroxide and raw fiber and treated wood and steam. You don't need a lot of it though. So I think it's like 2 pulp mills, if that I'll have going for me here. But I'll need the raw fiber, and in this case, I'm going to get raw fiber out of such a glorious log icon. It's a wonderful icon. You can very easily tell which recipes have sprites that are mipped. So the logs have variations on them, so I can always tell what has variations. So instead of kickalk, it'll be wood. I actually need more wood processing units because I've completely forgotten that I actually need it for, the Formica itself. Yeah, that would be nice to actually have it for the Formica itself. Oh boy, more tin. Let there be tin. Glorious tin. Okay, wood will go into here. What do I want on the spacing here? I guess I could go as... Oh. Spacing be perfect. In, out. 0.2? Is that all I need? 0.2 raw fiber? Oh, that's not the building. That is not the building I'm looking for. This is the building I'm looking for. You there. 1 per second. What am I... Alright, you know what? I'm gonna grab the PCB machine so I can have some sort of a production target, maybe. I think not 0 is the, like, number 1 thing right now, is just not 0, and then we can think about ratios and targets and all that good stuff. Just not having 0 would be a great first thing, but let's get an idea. 0.4... 0.5, 0.2, 0.8. So divide by 4. 1 over 4.25. Oh, I did the thing. I did the thing. I pushed the X button. And it cycles this. Oh boy, I need to remember to turn that back off. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Interface, not interface. Controls. Yes, controls. What is assigned to X? U. U. Clear. Clear. Not set. There. Confirm. Die. Die a horrible death. X must do nothing. Must do nothing. It's too close to C, to the C key. Much too close when copying and all that good stuff. Yeah, so that will be that. I also need the sodium hydroxide, and I definitely have the treated wood, so that I'm not worried about. The sodium hydroxide. First, I will need to wash stone into saline. This needs to shift even further down. And then electrolyze that into that. Electrolyze the saline water. That will give me 1 sodium hydroxide. I need less than that, a lot less than that. If this was fully done, which it won't be unless I had more of these. Precisely 3 of these. That consumes 10 stone. As I said, I don't need that much. I need a fourth of 0.6 even, so I'm sure even just one of these is fine. Need to, like, do voiding of stuff, need things, need boiler. Boiler? Boiler! Wherefore art thou? Boiler? Boilers! Let there be boilers. There we go. Boilers! With things. Yes, good. Input of stuff. Of 2 things. Probably these 2 things, and then input of stuff, output of stuff. There. And then voiding that I need to make sure that I do. That will feed into this thing eventually. Melamine. Yeah, lots of useful stuff like black liquor that we are never going to use. Ever. Then I need it'll be DDC. This will be making the cyanic out of urea. This will use the urea. This is the whole point. This is the whole point of the urea. It's because it's needed here, and it will feed into melamine and into melamine resin. You need the cyanic and the ammonia for melamine, and then you need to add even more urea, plus melamine and formaldehyde, which is another thing that we need, which is going to be high-pressure furnaces. These will give you the formaldehyde, which means having methane, which means having these wonderful things. These wonderful things give you methane. These have not changed, by the way. I can technically do the carbon dioxide recipe, so I guess I will. So, ta-da, stuff. At this point, I'm basically just diagramming what's involved here, so that I will do it off-screen. I will, basically, off-screen, I will be completing Circuit 1s, but I'm just going down the line, going through the process, for this. So that's the stuff for the Formica, which is for the PCB ones. That'll be the PCB ones after scaling all of this, doing all of that logistic work. And then all of the rest of the stuff, which, by the way, I need the PCB one to make this, to even make the chip shooter machine. The rest of the stuff is going to require ceramics and graphite, which is coke, basically, for both of them. Do I have any extras? Yes, I do. Hey, have a thing. It's now operating fully. I now have seats. I have seats. And metals. Yes, metals. It's, and glass. And glass. That's the other thing is it's going to be glass, tin, copper, I think a little bit of iron, and coke. Yeah, just trying to think of it because we are at the end of the stream for the day, and I want to at least diagram this out because that will be what I do between now and next stream is get circuits automated and get everything that we currently have changed over for the automation of the circuits. So ceramic tin, copper cable ceramic, coke glass tin, and iron copper graphite glass vacuum. So graphite and ceramic, that's it. Graphite, ceramic, those are the only quote-unquote new things, both of which are in high-pressure furnaces. Graphite is just coke, and ceramic is coke and clay. Oh yes, that's the other thing, clay. That is why I have clay pits. Clay pits are just steam into clay. That's it. That's all they are. Just steam into clay. Just steam into clay. What was supposed to have clay? Wasn't it the fiber? Rich clay will be for the green science, and that'll be made out of tar. That's the pink stuff. Clay itself, yeah, it's kickalk. That's what I was thinking of. Like under normal circumstances, you would have clay for kickalk, for red fiber for the raw fiber. So under normal circumstances, you would make clay for raw fiber through kickalk plantations. In this case, I'm making my raw fiber directly from wood to feed into this. That will change into kickalk once I do get kickalk, but now all I need the clay for is ceramic by adding coke. So if we go down the line a bit, just separating things out, giving a little bit of space, it'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, spacing is everything. But it'll be those, and then it'll be the chip shooter machine at the very end, making the actual circuits. So in terms of, in terms of how much of our bus has been used, like in terms of how much of our bus has been used, that would be that. Then thinking of green science itself, that would be that recipe to get the rich clay. It would be one of these for ground samples from soil. It would be a thing making soil. It would be that making soil for the ground sample. It would be this collecting bone meal, incubated petri dish, and Ralesia seeds. Because yes, it will require Ralesia seeds, which means I would need a slaughterhouse, which I have a few things. So a slaughterhouse giving me the bone meal that would feed into this, and then just alien samples, and then because I already have the lab instruments done, it's green science. So just add slaughterhouse and done. Like, if you wanted to know what was left on green science, that's it. Just with the slaughterhouse to convert Auogs into bone meal, and it's done, basically. Like, that's it. That's all the way to green science taken care of. And since it is at the end of the stream, as I said before, off screen I will do the logistics, and you know what? I will do the logistics on all of this. I won't turn on green science. I won't turn on green science until we meet again. I will say that much for certain, but I will do the logistics, and I will turn on circuit 1s. I will turn on circuit 1s. I will not turn on green science until we next meet. Because circuits are going to be required for a lot of automation. I'm thinking splitters, I'm thinking the belt boxes, I'm thinking just lots of things. There's lots of things I need the circuits for, including the automation of the lab instruments right here. That'll be key. That'll be key. Danger! Retroviruses, they are dangerous. Danger! It's by the way, it's nice having the icons on the map, because the map actually shows the icons much bigger than otherwise. When you're at the max zoom level on the map, right as it's doing that transition, so you can actually see the little details on all of the recipe icons. So danger on those retroviruses. So yeah, what did we get done today? Just to wrap things up, turned on borax and diborane. Oh, that's the other thing I'll probably do, is I'll probably set up sand castings off screen. So just bear that in mind. I will set up sand castings most likely off screen. It's sand and creosote. I mean, that's all it is. It's sand and creosote. So that's done. I'll set that up off screen. I see that King Arthur is saying that they've got 18.2 sorted for the updates to the Pi suite. So that will be glorious. Pi suite will work in 18.2 at this point. So that is great. I've got a lot of work ahead of me. A lot of logistics work, a lot of scaling, a lot of buildings need to happen. And, Ralesia will scale a lot faster and a lot further down. Same with all this manure on the Augs. Augs will start scaling more. Yeah, it'll be glorious. Also, once I have these, I can start making Ralesia, or not Ralesia, but Kickalk. But I will wait on Kickalk until we meet again, just like I will wait on Green Science until we meet again. And then lots of stuff will happen at Green Science. Like, everything will change at Green Science. Just every major tech level thing, everything changes. So expect that to happen. The whole world changes at Green Science compared to what we are at now. But with that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have been watching the VOD on YouTube, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/OtakuShowboat to leave a follow to be notified when I go live Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. You can do all of the social stuff through the links below the video, including supporting Pydew at patreon.com/Pydew and myself at patreon.com/OtakuShowboat. And I, of course, will be back on Thursday with more of our playthrough, and hopefully I get done everything that I want to get done in the meanwhile. And I will see you all then.